Hello, everyone. We're here from Phuket, Thailand in Rise Podcast. We're here with a friend, which is actually one of our sponsored fighters from Rise Fight Gear. She's from Canada. Please let us know your name and a bit about you.
My name is Catherine Fu. I'm 35 years old, and now I've been living and fighting in Thailand for 2.5 years. And very happy to be here today.
Well, wonderful. Thank you very much for coming to one of our first podcasts. Going to say sorry if I make some mistakes. I'm still pretty new on this.
Me too.
So how long have you been in Thailand so far?
2.5 years.
2.5 years.
Yeah.
Okay. And how is it to be a woman fighting in a man's sport?
Oh, so many things to say. So many things to say about this. I think broadly, like at the end of the day, you just need to be able to turn the negatives into a positive. It is difficult. There's so many intricacies to navigate, and as well, being like a foreign woman in Thailand, there's also issues with that. I think with being women, you have to know how to stand up for yourself and believe in yourself, because you will get much less of that belief from people just in the gym, your coaches or your training partners. So it's really important to have that fire within yourself. But it's a positive too, because you're training mostly with men. And so when you get in the ring with someone your own size, you've had much tougher sparring sessions or training sessions. So you look at it that way as well. If you can survive in this environment where there's egos and sexism, then your triumphs will be better as well, I guess.
And is it hard to find other women to?
Yes, it's so hard. It's so hard to find. It's one of the big reasons why I'm happy to go to a gym with more sparring partners. Especially for me, I feel like I've been training Muay Thai for a long time, but I'm relatively new to fighting, and what I feel like I've been lacking is sparring partners, and I feel that in a lot of my fights as well, where I wish I could fight like how I hit pads, but it's not possible if you don't put it into practice, and your body is just going to remember what you practice.
Yeah, I can imagine at the end you need to have that, well, kind of real sparring to be able, to get everything done in the ring at the end of the day.
Get a gauge of how your body really reacts, because the thing with sparring with men is, sometimes they go too hard, sometimes they go too soft. But yeah, to get that real feeling of what you can do, because against someone bigger or taller or stronger, you don't really know what you're capable of in the ring.
Yeah, and I guess everyone's good until you get punched in the face.
Exactly. Everyone has a plan until you get punched in the face.
And you train, what is your training days like? You train typical Thai style, or is it different for women, or how does that work in general?
For me, I train typical Thai style. If I have a fight coming up, usually I'll run maybe 5K in the morning and then 5K in the afternoon as well. Training from 8 to 10 in the morning and then 4 to 6 in the afternoon. Sometimes I'll take a break if I know that I don't have sparring partners on a certain day or something. I'll see how my body feels, and I also try and incorporate at least one day of strength and conditioning. Sorry to my S&C coach, but one day is all I can do sometimes. Yeah, that's usually how I do. And I know everyone has sort of a schedule that works for them, but for me, that's what I like.
And you said you had been 2.5 years in Thailand, right? Mm-hmm. When did you start fighting in that period?
I came in March, and I think I had my first fight with KBL in June, maybe. So like, yeah, a good 3 months, I think.
3 months.
Yeah.
And did you
yeah.
fight before coming to Thailand, or?
I fought before one time on a trip to Thailand.
Okay.
Yeah, a little tourist fight at Bangla. Gave me the itch.
And what is the most afraid moments of being a fighter?
Oh, the self-doubt. It's the chair of doom, you know, when you're at the stadium and you're about to go on and you're sitting in the chair and you can hear the fight before you going on. And for me, it's always like, I think it's the same for all fighters. It's the anxiety of wanting to perform really well. It's, can I put everything that I train for into this fight? Can I keep a hold of my nerves? Can I deal with my negative thoughts as soon as they come up? And yeah, that's something that I'm constantly working on and evolving. Personally, I find that the biggest struggle is the moments before. I think most fighters will say the same. The time is both infinite and also too short at that moment.
And what is your struggles, or what did you have to let go to become a full-time fighter in Thailand?
Honestly, I feel really fortunate. I guess I did give up a comfortable life in Canada. You know, I had all my loved ones there. I had a good job, a nice apartment, and like a nice lifestyle. But it was always lacking something. And so I feel much more fulfilled since I've come to Thailand. And I think that for the price that I paid, you know, maybe some adjustments in living here, some issues with visas and all that, I feel like all of that pairs in comparison with being able to wake up every day and do what I do.
I would think sometimes visas are quite stressful in Thailand.
Yeah. Yes, they are. And when you're going through it, though, I always tell myself, no, but you're lucky. You're lucky to have this chance to live here. It's worth it.
I gotta admit, I do think sometimes, you know, is it worth it with the visa?
Yeah.
And mine's quite easy now compared to what it used to be, but it's still, I think it's annoying.
What visa are you on?
Work permit.
Okay.
But, you know, still, I don't understand why we have to do 90-day reports when it's clear you're working here. Mm-hmm. And if you leave the country, they know already. Well. So I don't get the point.
I missed my first 90-day report.
They don't get any money from it anyway, so it doesn't really make sense. But, you know, I guess we'll have to deal with it.
Yeah. Okay. If every 90 days I have to tell immigration where I live, it's okay. But I know what you mean.
And what, for people watching us, especially women that maybe have thought of coming to Thailand or, you know, going through their fight career or something, is there anything you would like to say to them, or what they should be careful of, or if they should follow their dreams, or it's not worth it?
No, definitely follow your dreams. I think that like I said, you need to come here and you need to remember that this is your dream and that you're doing it for yourself. So you're going to run into people. I mean, I've had coaches not believe in me or want me to fight a certain way or be a certain kind of person that I'm not. And I think at the end of the day, you need to really remember that it's only you that you're here for. I think there's a lot of things as a foreign woman, especially if you come here alone. There's quite a bit to watch out for. There's the exoticism of being a foreign woman. There's many Thai coaches who just go for the Farang women, only hold pads for them, it's a struggle. Yeah, it's not fair.
They never want to hold the pads for me.
For you, exactly. And I say use it. Use the opportunity. If they're gonna hit on you at the gym, at least get a good pad holding session out of it. But that is definitely something to watch out for, and you need to be able to read the intentions of people.
Well, I was going to ask because at the end, Muay Thai is especially when you do clinch and stuff like that, it can be quite touchy in a way.
Yes.
How do you know the difference in between, if someone's actually trying to help you learn the proper technique, turn your hips over when you're kicking or stuff like that, or because, some people in general are very touchy. Even, I've had some coaches that were too touchy for myself, and they weren't. They did like women still, but they can be very touchy, in the culture. Can. But how do you know the difference or where to watch out more? Or
unfortunately, I think it's just you have to see over time. I've been wrong about people as well, where I think they really want to help me and it's not true, or I think you just need to get to know people. But I set boundaries right away, and I think that's something that's helped me a lot. And the more you're in Thailand as well, the more you'll sort of understand the culture, the more these types of problematic people you'll run into. But unfortunately, there's no real good way to tell right away. You just kind of have to be constantly disappointed in people.
I guess at the end you get to know there's probably, you have to get to know them and stuff and see if they're truly there for you or if they're just looking for something else or
exactly.
But it must be hard, I get, guys in general, I don't think we get that same sort of problem. And, when you are in fight mode or fight mentality, you've got a lot of different things you need to think about,
Yes.
That you have to think about something stupid like that. That must be very frustrating and annoying in a way.
Thanks for saying that. It's true when you're cutting weight and you're stressed about a fight or you're focused on that, to have to deal with that other aspect, sometimes it makes me want to pull my hair out. It angers me, it fills me with rage, but I try and channel that into training.
And what do you do to recharge after stress like that, for example?
Sometimes I don't talk to anyone. But mostly just having a few good people in your life, I think you can vent to, who really support you. It makes you remember that you're doing it for you, you're doing it for your loved ones, and you're living your dream. And you can do it.
And when you do your fight camps and stuff like that, do you try and stay on weight, or do you drink alcohol, party, or
No, I'm fights? Good. I'm too old for that. If I was 10 years younger, I'd probably could get away with the last minute weight cuts and sneaking some chocolate and stuff. But I feel like weight cuts are more difficult for women, and as well being older as well, the weight comes off slower. So, but I did make that mistake. So now I've learned my lesson to really be disciplined. It's not worth it. It's not worth cheating a little bit on your weight cut and then having stress or having to run in a sauna suit for 2 hours to get rid of it.
Very dangerous game.
Yeah, that's something I'd like to never repeat, please.
And where do you see yourself in the next 2 to 3 years?
I would love to fight as often as I can, and I would love to be able to fight at higher levels with good opponents that challenge me. I really just want to be the most complete fighter that I can. I want to push myself like physically and mentally, and be able to challenge myself to take on really strong opponents in bigger promotions with more pressure and all that hard stuff. That's really daunting, but feels really great.
And I'm not sure if asked before, you do only Muay Thai or
Only Muay Thai.
only Muay Thai? Okay.
My grappling is.
And what about, I'm going to go a bit off the lines in a way, but I think it influences a bit as well in how training and everything can become. How is love life in being a woman in Thailand fighting? Does that scare off guys?
Yes.
You know, that maybe they think you're going to knock them out if they haven't put their shoes next to the door or something? Or
I mean, I think that's a plus. I think that's a huge plus in dating. Be scared of me. It's difficult. I find both. I mean, I have girlfriends that, you know, both don't date fighters or think it's easier to date fighters. I think the issue with both is sort of finding someone who's truly there for
would it be
your
better
happiness.
to have a relationship with someone that also fights, or
This is
just a normal person?
Just a normal person. There's a problem with both. I find sometimes when dating a non-fighter, there's a bit of the, I don't know, I'm tragically heterosexual, so only men, but there's a feeling of like, oh, well, I'm the man, I should be the fighter, and they feel a little bit insecure with having, dating a female fighter. And then, but in the same vein, that's also a problem if you're dating another fighter, because if you happen to have more experience or if you're fighting bigger fights, then there's also that insecurity that comes into play. So honestly, I think it would depend on the person. I don't think one is better than the other. Obviously,
Just
dating
depends how you make it work at the end of the day, right? Because
Exactly.
there's many different things. Sometimes it might, if one of you is cutting weight, if the other one's a fighter, will understand
Yes.
why when you say hello, you're moody.
Yes, that is the good thing. But also, if you're both fighters and you happen to be cutting weight at the same time.
My God, that's a different story. I wouldn't want to be in that situation.
Yeah.
That sounds very dangerous.
Yes. Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
some extra sparring before fights.
That's the real test of your relationship. If you can survive cutting weight together, I think. But no, at the end of the day, I think you want to find someone who truly supports you, who isn't jealous of your success, who really only wants the best for you, whether they themselves are a fighter or not. I think if you have someone like this who loves you and who truly wants the best for you, they'll do whatever work is necessary to help you achieve your dreams. But that's hard to find. Really hard to find.
And what about, I wanted to ask you something a bit more off topic, because
The more interesting, the better.
it might be a bit boring for people, there's going to be a lot of fighters coming through here.
Yeah.
And why did you choose Thailand?
Thailand as a country is amazing, and Muay Thai as a sport to me has always called to me. Kickboxing is much more popular in the Western world, and that's where I got my start too. But I've always gravitated more towards Muay Thai. I think like from a purely like martial arts standpoint, there's so many techniques and there's just the little nuances. You really can have beautiful Muay Thai, as they call it. And there's like still sometimes I'll be like scrolling Instagram or something and I'll come across some clinch technique that I've never seen before. Like I feel like there's so much rich history and knowledge within Muay Thai that it's always fascinating.
Well, I think they say, Muay Thai, I think it's probably one of the fastest sports, martial arts that you can actually fight in, but you never really stop learning at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Because, people, they fight after 1 month training.
Yes,
You can fight,
It's true.
You don't go into a professional golf tournament after 1 month training, or even football, which is one well-known sports,
Yeah.
It's very different, but it is a sport like I still learn every day.
Yes.
And I've been quite a while training and fighting a tiny bit because it's different.
Too
when you're
busy running
heavyweight.
the Rise Empire. But yeah, that's the draw for me with Muay Thai. And then as well, there's like the whole cultural aspect of it. You know, Muay Thai for me represents like such passion, such heart, such brutality, but also at the same time, such grace. Like the first time that I really got into Muay Thai, and you know, you're watching old fights and stuff, I was like, wow. I was just getting into martial arts, you know, jiu-jitsu, kickboxing, and everything. But to me, like immediately, I was the hard eyes emoji when I saw Muay Thai.
So you did other martial arts before Muay Thai?
I did a little bit of jiu-jitsu, which is how I found out I'm really bad at it. And then kickboxing. I don't think I never properly trained Muay Thai. There's Muay Thai back home, but you come to Thailand and the Thai trainers are like, no. You call that a kick?
Yeah, it's very different. I've realized that as well. Like,
yeah.
And because they say Muay Thai, but it's not Muay Thai.
It's not Muay Thai.
Sometimes it's nearly worse than kickboxing. Like there's nothing.
Yeah.
Because they're like trying to mix it up and trying to do, you know.
So now you're doing neither one well.
Yeah, pretty much. You know, you do elbows once a year or something in the gym, and you're like, oh, I forgot about elbows.
Yeah.
Because my God, the first time I came to Thailand, my elbow started bleeding. That's how many elbows I did.
You had thrown.
Because, you know, you just weren't used to it. It would be very rarely. And also the way you train, you know.
Yeah.
In Thailand, you train with a Thai coach.
Yes.
And back home, I think it's pretty much worldwide. You end up training with your colleagues, holding pads for each other.
Holding pads for each other, yeah.
And that's very different, you know. Here, you're full on with a Thai coach that tries to kill you every second and throw you on the floor.
Exactly.
Only advantage of being big that they can't throw you on the floor.
That's quite nice. You can bully them.
Well, that depends. Then they'll just kick you harder.
Yeah. But coming here and training Muay Thai too, the first time I came, I was like, this is what I've been looking for. And that's the draw of Thailand, I think. Sorry to get back. We got a little off topic, but yeah, we're
here to talk about Muay Thai at the end of the day, and it is the national sport of Thailand, you know. Right podcast is going to be focused on fighters.
Shocking.
So we don't want to get too much off topic either. And is there anything you regret doing, or like if you would have to give a message to yourself, or like you would have done it a different way, or you think the way first time you came was good, or?
I think about it. I mean, sometimes when I'm really tired during training camp, I think I wish I started sooner. I wish I were younger. I think that's quite common. But then I look back to my younger self and I was an idiot. So I don't know that it would have been good for me. I think the advantage of being an older fighter is that I have the discipline, and I also changed my life a lot when I first got into martial arts. And I think because of that, I'm just so grateful for the opportunity to do this. Whereas I think that if I had done it when I was younger, I wouldn't have had the life experience to understand, like, this is an amazing opportunity. And so when I'm tired, that's what I draw on, is like my gratitude that I'm here and I get to train. And I see that a lot with the younger fighters too. There's a lot of really, really talented, really strong younger fighters, but they lack the discipline or they lack the focus. They get distracted by all the other fun shiny things that Thailand has to offer.
Thailand.
All the vices here.
It can be, you know, I started drinking in Thailand, so you know, I came here
dangerous game.
I came here to train 3 months. I ended up not being an alcoholic.
It's a common story.
But that's why, you know, it's two sides of the coin. You know, every country has good sides and bad sides, and then at the end of the day, it's probably the most important is the person self-discipline. You know.
Yeah.
And that does happen. It's very true. Some younger fighters, they don't have that discipline, and they don't realize where they are, it's a dream come true for thousands and millions of people around the world,
Exactly.
to come to the other side of the world and, make your passion grow and
Exactly.
yeah.
Do it. Come to Thailand or whatever it is. I think that if you have something that you love or you're passionate about, I think that if you can overcome the fear to try and keep believing despite setbacks, despite whatever, I think that it's all worth it, truly, in the end. And not only will you be able to live your dream, but you also find such amazing people who will help you in your way. Like this life is something that I could not have ever imagined being able to live. Like if you told me 10 years ago this is what I'd be doing, I would not believe you. I hadn't started martial arts. I was living like a very normal life, 9 to 5, all the expected things. So I just think that if you are lucky enough to have a chance or discover what it is that you're passionate about, then go for it. Absolutely go for it, because you'll never regret it. Even if this didn't work out, I think about that all the time when I'm driving to my fights. How cool is this experience that I'm living and I'm fighting in Thailand, and here I am like zipping along the roads to Patong on the back of a motorbike, and like this is my life. I'll never be able to regret or forget this.
And what did you do before coming to Thailand, actually?
I was so I worked in an office in online marketing. I worked for like a really big Canadian company in e-commerce. And then I decided to go back to school actually and get my health sciences degree because I wanted to do something else. I just, when you're younger, you get caught up, you think, okay, this is what everyone does. I just want a adult job. I want adult money and buy a house, buy a car, all that stuff. And then as the years went on in the office, I looked around at all the people who'd been working there 20, 30 years. And I thought, oh, I can't do this. This is not for me. And just seeing the way that they saw life, and the way that, they were telling me, oh, you're young now, you have energy, but just wait, you're going to get older, you're going to get fatter, you're going to get more lazy. And I thought, I don't want to become you. Please, God, no. And I didn't take much care in selecting my career. I just wanted something that I could make money fast and that the easiest path, basically. And then I started thinking about what it is that I really wanted. And so actually my plan was to become a doctor. I went back to school for my health sciences degree. I took the med school entrance exam, and I thought about doing med school abroad actually, because I'd never traveled much or lived abroad. So I thought after I graduate, I'm going to look for opportunities abroad. And then I came on my first trip to Thailand, and I was like, yeah, never mind. I'm going to throw my degree out the window and get punched in the face.
So does that mean when you get cuts and stuff, you can heal them yourself? Heal them yourself?
I can, I don't know. I could probably do a better job than the Bangla doctor did. I'm sorry. I can take them out myself. But we'll see in the future, maybe sports science or something. But that's on hold for the moment because I discovered something I want more than that.
Yeah. Well, anyways, thank you so much for coming to one of our first podcasts.
Thank you so much for having me.
And we hope to see you soon again when I have a bit more practice myself.
It was great.
and yeah. And best of luck, and
thank you.
Pushing on your dreams.
Thank you for supporting me too since day one. I appreciate you.
Well, this was our podcast with Cat Baby Hands. We hope to see you next week at 10 a.m.